up everybody, my name is BVMSerious and welcome back to another Pokemon Go video. The delightful days of summer are back once again as today marks day 1 of Pokemon Go Fest 2025 Global. So stay tuned as there is a lot to cover. But before I do want to take this time right now to say that if you're brand new to my channel and you want to see more stuff like this in the near future, then please consider hitting that subscribe button down below. Also be sure to hit that notification bell so you don't miss out on any new future content from this channel. But anyways, with that being said, let's get straight into it. So I actually started to record very late in the day. As you can tell on the top left of my screen, it's actually 3:40 in the afternoon, so we're already well into the second full rotation of the event. The reason for that is because I was actually downtown for a good portion of day 1, and there was actually a festival going on down there at the time, and there was also music playing that would otherwise probably get copyrighted, and I really didn't want to take any risks recording. And I also just kind of feel awkward recording in front of like big groups of people. I usually feel like it's easier for me to record just on my own. We do have a lot going on, so we're going to go ahead and talk about that. So as with every Go Fest, we do have the same old rotational habitats. As right now we are currently in the second rotation of the Galvanic Dojo habitat. The available habitats for this year's Global Go Fest are the Moonless Volcano, the Galvanic Dojo, which is what we're in right now, the Hypnotic Tundra, which is the other one, and last but not least we have the Fey Swamp. The featured regionals for this year's event, and do keep in mind this is for ticket holders only, are actually Torkoal and Skiddo. Even though it's not technically a region exclusive, I am going to consider it one because it has been actually barred behind a paywall for the longest time, only available to the City Safari events, which is technically involving a lot of travel in different places around the world. So we also have Pachirisu, and last but not least we have Klefki. So this year's Global Go Fest features the official global debut of Crown Shield Zamazenta, which is what I've been doing a good most of the time with the group that I was with downtown that I rendezvoused with. We also see the official global debut of Shiny Carbink and the Shiny Frigibax family. During that time frame, I did manage to score me not one but 2 Shiny Carbinks, a couple of things I actually missed when I attended the in-person Go Fest. Speaking of the in-person Go Fest, I am actually wearing the 2025 Go Fest t-shirt that it's actually black instead of white that I actually wore previously. It's basically the same thing. It has Zamazenta and Zacian on the front, and obviously has the Go Fest 2025 logo on the back. But the only difference between this and the other one is that this is black and not white. And I also got it from Go Fest in Jersey City, which, by the way, if you have not seen that video, I definitely recommend checking it out. It's available on my channel to see. But we also have research to do for not only for the mythical that I'm going to discuss here, but also for the path that we have to choose, either sword or shield. The featured mythical for this year's Go Fest is none other than the Fire Water Pokemon of the Kalos region, the final mythical of Kalos that is yet to be released, Volcanion. We are doing research for all this, and we're going to see if this reward encounter is going to be shiny or not. It is the Pikachu with the Dapper costume. This is a little bit different than the Pikachus I was encountering in Jersey City, or New York City, I guess more rather, because the ones there, they all had like a little monocle on their eye, and these ones just have little goggles instead, but are still different in their own way. I will be focusing on all this research completely off screen, at least until I get to some of the more important parts. But we also have the collection challenges that are for ticket holders too, and I actually completed all of these off screen. We're going to go ahead and take a look at the Galvanic Dojo one, which I believe rewards Skiddo, if I'm not mistaken. Or wait, Skiddo, no, Mienfoo. It's Mienfoo. This awards a Mienfoo, so let's see, is the Mienfoo going to be shiny? No, it is not. So now we have the Fey Swamp, which I believe is Togetic, if I'm not mistaken. Yep, it is Togetic, and Togetic is not shiny either. For the Moonless Volcano collection challenge, this is going to be Carbink, and it is not shiny. And last but not least is the Hypnotic Tundra, and this is going to be a Frigibax encounter, so let's see if Frigibax is shiny, and it is not. Overall, so far, my shiny haul has actually been pretty good for the day, so no complaints here, and I will be talking more about that closer to the end of the video. And I'm still going to be continuing to do all the Zamazenta raids I can, even though I have amassed a ton of energy, which, speaking of, we're actually going into that part of the research now. So even though I already chose the Crown Sword route for Go Fest Jersey City, I'm almost tempted to go for it again since I already amassed a ton of energy for Crown Shield Zamazenta, but then again, Crown Shield Zamazenta is actually better. I already got Crown Sword Zacian, so we're just gonna do what I feel is the right thing and just go for the Crown Shield again. And besides, Crown Shield Zamazenta is actually the better of the two, but that super spammy Behemoth Bash. So that's exactly what we're gonna do. We're gonna go for Crown Shield Zamazenta here again. Do the opposite route of what I did for Jersey City. So we have make 5 nice throws, power fight type Pokemon 5 times, and earn 5,000 dust. So obviously, like I said, we're going to be doing most of this stuff off screen. The other thing I want to cover is the Go Pass for this year's Go Fest. I actually managed to complete the whole track here, and I got a ton of Stardust and other rewards to collect. One of which is actually a new powerful item called the Gold Bottle Cap, which actually, when you use it on any of your Pokemon, you can actually increase all of the IVs of that Pokemon and undergo a process called hyper training to actually do little tasks, or more rather big tasks, to increase the IVs of that Pokemon. So we're now going to go ahead and get our bottle cap here, and I already have a certain Pokemon that I already want to use my bottle cap on. But anyways, we're going to go ahead and take a look at the bottle cap here. So there is a certain Pokemon that I am focusing on. I was thinking about possibly my Volcanion that I got from Jersey City because the IVs aren't the greatest. But I also thought too at the same time, I have this shiny Zamazenta that I got while I was in Jersey City that has the Jersey City location card. And just to think, it would be really cool to have an artificial Shundo of this thing. So I already have this thing as my buddy, and we are going to go ahead and we're going to max out all the stats here. We're going to turn this thing into an artificial Shundo, so we're going to go ahead and start the training on our Zamazenta here, and boom. Okay, so this is just, I guess, each like individual like task here to increase the IV by 1 stat. So we got all these different tasks here, and I'll be working on these just kind of slowly over time. Maybe I might even make a series on it. If you guys want to see that, let me know. So I actually completed a field research task for the Hypnotic Tundra, which was catch 6 ice types, and I actually just got a shiny Bergmite, which I already have the full family of this thing, including the Hisuian variant, but it's extra. We're just going to go on ahead and get it. Since it's from the research, I don't have to worry about it running away. So we are currently in the Hypnotic Tundra habitat right now, so I'm really trying to look out for the Frigibax, as that is the uncommon spawn here. It is also able to appear in raids too, so hopefully I'll actually find a raid for it. And the other thing I wanted to point out too is, if you actually look, I actually have my little Volcanion plushie on top of my hat. I actually got this from the Nintendo store in New York when I was there for the Jersey City Go Fest. Well, one of the people that I was with actually thought it was part of the hat that I have. But if you look closely, you can kind of see, I don't know if you can really see it from the angle or not, but it actually has little twist ties on it, so it's kind of mounted to my hat through twist ties. But we actually just did a Dapper Pikachu raid. We're going to see if it's shiny or not. It'd be really cool if it is. Oh wait, it is! Oh my gosh! Alright, so we actually just got a shiny Pikachu from a raid with the Dapper Blue costume on. Heck yeah, let's go! Alright, so we got a Pineapple Berry on it for the extra candies because it's going to be a guaranteed catch, and we're going to throw the ball, secure that catch. And there we go, we got the Blue Dapper Shiny Pikachu. I'm actually glad I did not pass up on that raid because I was actually contemplating on passing it up. I made sure to come extra prepared this time than I did the last, because last year's Go Fest I was suffering. I had a really bad headache. I had not eaten or drinking anything early that morning. And 4 hours into the event, like, the headache really started to amplify how I was feeling. So like I was starting to feel nauseous. I had no appetite. I was feeling sluggish. My voice and speech were starting to slur too, so I couldn't even talk properly. So it was that bad. Fortunately, this year I came extra prepared. I actually brought my backpack with me again with my normal bare essentials, with the inclusion of water and Gatorade and some other things to beat the summer heat. So we're now in the middle of doing a Zamazenta, a Crown Shield Zamazenta raid that someone invited me to, because that's what day 1 is focused on. Day 1 is focused on Zamazenta, and we also have day-long encounters that are featured for both days, and that'll change for day 2. But right now, just a couple examples of Pokemon we're seeing right now are Larvitar, Skarmory, Chansey, and Shieldon. I was actually a bit concerned as far as how today was going to go, because it was originally forecasted to be slight thunderstorms later in the day, but fortunately I think we might have lucked out, at least for now. But anyways, we just beat the Zamazenta, and also the CP we're looking for on this for a non-weather boosted is 2188. I haven't been paying attention to what the weather is, if this is actually going to be weather boosted or not. So it's not shiny, but this is weather boosted. I don't think this is what we're looking for. I forget what weather boosted perfect is supposed to be, but anyways, I mean, it's still big, but we're gonna go ahead and catch it. And we got the Zamazenta. Let's see, background, yes or no? Okay, so we do get it with a background. All right, so let's see. Okay, yeah, so I definitely know it's 27 something. I have to actually go back and look at that. But as you can see, I've already got 2,720 Crown Shield energy, and I already have 2 Crown Shield Zamazentas forged already, so I could forge probably 3 more if I actually grind hard enough for that 3,000. But we do have the blue variant of Flabebe, which unfortunately is not shiny, but it is a region exclusive to Asia Pacific, I believe. So we're now in the final hour of day 1. The Phase Swamp habitat has now begun, and we actually have some reward encounters to claim from the second set here. So we got a Clef Key, obviously cannot be shiny, at least until probably the next Go Tour event. And we also have a Flabebe, also not shiny. So now that day 1 of Pokemon Go Fest 2025 Global is now behind us, it's time for me to show off my shiny haul for the entirety of day 1. So obviously, as you can see here, I've got some like pre-day 1 shinies, like the 3 Reggies here, like Regieleki and Regidrago are ones that I didn't already have. But before day 1 even started, I ended up hatching a shiny Pancham and a Togepi, which the Pancham is something I'm very proud of. The Togepi not so much, since I've already gotten like several of them. Nothing too new. But really, focusing on the Carbink here, the 787 CP Carbink, all the way up to the shiny Zacian here. And yes, I did end up doing a Zacian raid, or I've done a few of them already before day 2 even started. I'm very happy about the fact that I finally acquired a shiny Carbink. It just looks so pretty. I love the shiny. I'm very proud of the shiny Skiddo. I'm hoping to acquire at least one more. And this is actually something that my Go Plus Plus picked up for me. I wasn't even expecting it, but it's so cool because of given how rare it is. And I also picked up both L gems I need for the shiny family. I got a shiny Dedenne, and that is something I'm proud of. And I also picked up some extra shiny unknown too. I picked up 2 unknown letter Ds. I picked up an unknown letter L and an unknown letter S. The S is extra, and the 2 unknown letter Ds are extra because I already picked up a D over at Jersey City. So I ended up getting a shiny surprise of a yellow flower Flabebe. And don't misunderstand me, I am very happy about this, but it would have been even more cool if it were the red or the blue flower, considering those 2 variants are not native to our region and this one is. But it's still cool nonetheless. So now that I'm done covering my shiny haul, it is now time for me to go over my personal analysis on Crown Shield Zamazenta and its overall performance in Pokemon Go, and what exactly Behemoth Bash will do for it, as well as the summary of its adventure effect. Crown Shield Zamazenta completely blows me away because of the fact that Behemoth Bash is extremely, and when I say extremely spammy. So you're going to be pumping out a ton of steel type damage, and this is going to be good against Pokemon that are very weak to steel type Pokemon. And because of how spammy Behemoth Bash is, and because of the nice DPS from it and the overall damage dealt coming from Crown Shield Zamazenta with the combination of Metal Claw and Behemoth Bash, Crown Shield Zamazenta now outclasses Duskmane Necrozma as the next best meta-relevant steel-type attacker in the entirety of Pokemon Go. And Zamazenta Crown Shield is actually slightly better than Crown Sword Zacian, even with that new move of Behemoth Blade. Honestly, I was kind of expecting Crown Sword Zacian to be the one to outclass Duskmane Necrozma, which it does, but I was thinking it was going to be kind of better than Crown Shield Zamazenta, but no, Crown Shield Zamazenta is actually better. I'm obviously not complaining. I think that that's really cool. The other cool thing about Crown Shield Zamazenta as well as Crown Sword Zacian is that they're both now able to be used in max battles, And also, if you unlock Guard on Zamazenta, you'll actually start the max battle with a shield already applied to your Zamazenta, which is very nice because being able to take less damage when your ability to survive depends on it is very critical. Also, not to mention the fact that Zamazenta is an extremely bulky Pokemon, so having that survivability and endurance in max battles is also very nice to have too. As far as the adventure effect goes, using Behemoth Bash outside a battle does require 5,000 Stardust as well as 5 Zamazenta candies, but when activated will last for a total of 6 minutes and will allow you to take less damage in both raids and max battles during that duration. Now, getting into the PvP aspect of Crown Shield Zamazenta, it actually ranks very high in the top of the chart on pvpoke.com for the Open Master League, ranking at number 2. So with the moveset of Metal Claw, Close Combat, and obviously Behemoth Bash, this is what you want to be running on your Crown Shield Zamazenta for the best overall performance. I also want to give my personal analysis on Volcanion really quick while we're on the topic as well. Due to Volcanion actually having that unique typing of fire and water, you could use it as either or. You could use it as a fire attacker with the moveset of Incinerate and Overheat, or you could use it as a water type attacker with the moveset of Water Gun and Hydro Pump. It honestly has some pretty balanced stats, even more so than most other mythical Pokemon in Pokemon Go. Of course, I feel like in most cases you're probably going to want to use Volcanion as more of a fire attacker than you are a water attacker, because there really aren't a lot of raid bosses that are weak to water, but when you do, and Volcanion is all you got access to, then having Water Gun and Hydro Pump will not hurt. As far as PvP goes, you're better off using Volcanion for the Open Master League than you are the Ultra League. For the fast move, you're obviously going to want to run Incinerate, and PvPoke also recommends the usage of Sludge Bomb and Overheat for the charge moves. Or you could actually get spicy with Volcanion and substitute one or both of those moves out with Earth Power and or Hydro Pump. See what leads you to victory. Anyways, that's it for the entirety of day 1. I will be grinding hard on day 2, but until then, I will actually end off this video right here. But anyways, I hope you guys have enjoyed this as much as I have, and as always, if you did, then please consider hitting that subscribe button down below. Also leaving a like and a comment won't hurt either. But anyways, that's going to be it for me today. I'm BVMSerious, and I hope you guys have a seriously amazing day. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you guys on day 2.